Daily Musar. So the first thing on Musar is, I haven't heard from you recently, so you need to ask me. I would like to hear you, your requests, your comments, anything, questions. You can reach us at rabbigaon@gmail.com. RABBIGAON @gmail. If you want to dedicate a lecture, you could do so, and if you would like to donate, you can do so on our website, Yeshiva Etzion.com. There's a PayPal there, and that will be wonderful. I want to talk today about how the Yetzer Hara works. What's our process when we do an Averah, when we sin, which is quite interesting. Yetzer Hara is like an opium. At the beginning, it gives you this euphoric feeling of like the world is just great. Or they used to say it's groovy. Everything is good. Everything is fine. You're feeling wonderful. And then you do it one more time, 2 times, 3 times. Eventually, you would not have this feeling of groovy anymore. You would just need to use the opium just to be able to function. That's how the Yetzer Hara works. At the beginning, sin is sweet. Oh boy. To do a sin is delicious. It's interesting, tempting. But then you get hooked on that. And that puts you over the edge. Somebody told me a story. He's from Iran. And he said his friend was a very wealthy guy. And he wanted to try opium. That part of the world, Iran, Afghanistan, they use opium. And he knew this, it's a true story. He knew the very famous opium pipe maker. They used to make those pipes for the opium. And he says, I want you to make me most beautiful, your best pipe. How long would it take? He would say, it will take me about 3 weeks to make you a pipe. Like it's my best thing. It will take you about 3 weeks to make it. I mean, I've seen pictures of pipes like this. They're made out of ivory and silver, and really elaborate, beautiful stuff. And he says, okay, fine, whatever it is. Come after 3 weeks, he gives him the pipes. It's wonderful. Takes it home, and he comes back. He says, with all due respect, this is not a good pipe. The guy said, why? What's wrong with the pipe? He said, the hole is very small. I can't put a lot of stuff in it. Nothing will go through it. And you know, when they smoke their opium, they put just a little bit of opium, and they tilt it to a candle, they heat it up, and then they smoke it, and then they tilt it like this, and they smoke. That's why they used to do it many times laying down. People like it because it gives them like a ceremony. You know, you smoke it, you relax, somebody will come, will rub your feet, you will feel good. But it's a ceremony that people fall in love with, this illusion of like this taboo thing that we do, and that's how you fall trapped. So the guy laughed at him. The guy who made the pipes laughed at him. He said, there might be a small hole. It's not a pipe of tobacco. It's a pipe for opium. And it might be a small hole. But believe me, this hole will swallow into it. It will go through it. Your house, your wife, everything that you have, your whole life will go through this hole. Don't worry about it. Maybe you don't know how to smoke it. It's exactly how the Yetzer Hara. You let your evil inclination, you slip, you give it a little opening, a little crack like this, your whole life will go through this hole. And it's an addiction, and you become addicted to do this Yetzer, this Averah, to do this Chet, sin. At the beginning, it's a thrill. and then it swallows you up. Sometimes you want to do something just for the thrill of it, or you want to be caught, but then you become addicted to it, and it's no more fun anymore, and then you're gone. So don't even start it. Don't even start. Like somebody said, well, if they make pot legal, you think more people will smoke it? I said, absolutely. A lot of people will smoke it. Not because it will do anything to them. That doesn't solve your problems. It gives you problems. You want to self-medicate yourself? You have a problem, solve it. Don't numb it, because it will become a bigger problem. It will become neglect. You'll be neglecting your dealing with your problems, become bigger and bigger. You'll run away from it. You'll have less power to deal with it. Take care of your stuff immediately. But people are not being taught to deal with the problems. And we medicate ourselves. And we are being possessed with pleasure. Our main thing is to seek pleasure. We are driven by pleasure. At any cost, at any price, even if it will be the destruction of your family cell, or even ultimately the destruction of your own self. And I don't believe anybody wants to destroy themselves. Everybody wants to live. Like this man said to me today, pain is a part of getting old, and I said, you're right. Maybe that's the way it is. In order to live longer, you have to pick up the token of pain. Your body is not the same. And those people who says, no, I would like to die young. That's until you come to dying, and then you want to have another year, another so and so and so forth. So is this. I'm in control of the situation. You're not in control of the situation. You could justify doing everything. You can justify smoking pot, and you can justify using heroin, and you can justify doing all these things. But we know better. And we know that in order to function, in order to see things right, you need to be clear. If you are a captain on a boat, look at what happened to the Exxon Valdez. The guy was drunk. Our responsibility on each and every one of us is greater than the captain of the Exxon Valdez. Because that oil spill could be clean. The damage that one person can do could sometimes never be fixed. And what you do today, many times, will have an impact on generation, on your descendants you would never see. So you need to have clear-minded. You have to have a vision in your life. And don't even allow the Yetzer Hara, don't allow bad influence to penetrate into you, even if it's the size of a small little hole. Because I'll tell you what, a heroin shot is a small little syringe that you allow into your body. This is how it happens to you. You allow a foreign substance into your bloodstream, into your livelihood, and it takes over your life and you become a junkie. Don't allow this to happen to you with foreign ideas. Don't allow this to happen to you with averot, with sins and so on and so forth, because you're going to become a sin junkie. You'll be addicted to thrill. You'll be addicted to do the wrong thing, and you cannot this happen. At the beginning it's fun, at the end it's painful. And you can't do this to happen. There is a spiritual death and there is a physical death. In both cases, this is death. So let's choose life. Let's choose to deal with what we have. Let's not allow this intruder to come into our life. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we should be staying clean to stand in front of a Kadosh Baruch Hu all the time and ready to accept the Torah and accept all Malchut Shamayim upon us every single time, every single day. Amen.
Amen.